Hello, and welcome to this part one of the WordPress tutorial for NetSquared. This is a follow-up to our event on how to build your own website and do it on a budget. So we're going to be using WordPress.org. If you would like to build a website absolutely for free, but with few less bells and whistles, you can actually use WordPress.com. So the difference between WordPress.org and WordPress.com is that WordPress.com will actually host your WordPress installation for you. And I'll just show you how to get there. Right from here you can actually sign up and get started and get blogging right away. And the nice thing about this is that if you have a lot of content, they'll host it for you, and unless you want to host a lot of videos, they won't even charge you for the hosting. So this is a great way to go if you're on a very strict budget and have absolutely no money to spend. But for most people who can afford, say $10 a month for hosting, $7 to $10 a month for hosting, WordPress.org is a much better option. And what this allows you to do is to download the open source application WordPress and have it installed on your own host. So that's what we're going to cover today. I'm going to show you 3 popular hosting platforms and how to install WordPress on each one. And this is going to be a process called one-press install. So normally what you would have to do is go here to WordPress.org, click download WordPress, and then follow their instructions. And the instructions are fairly easy to follow, but if you're not technically savvy, it might be very frustrating for you, or it might take you multiple hours, because you do have to download and install WordPress onto the server. You'd have to be familiar with how to use an FTP client that allows you to move these files onto your server. You'd also have to be comfortable with downloading and installing PHP and downloading and installing a database. Okay? So what we're going to do is basically circumvent all of this with something called one-click install. So you'll notice that so if your host doesn't offer one-click install, I just wanted you to know that they may offer something very close to that, and if not, at the very least, you can just follow the guidelines here at WordPress for installing everything. So they do walk you through this step by step, but it does require some knowledge of things like FTP, and it does require having an FTP client, because you're going to have to do all of this manually. Okay? This is the database. MySQL is the database that you'd have to install, and PHP is also the scripting language that you would have to install. Alright, so we're going to skip this and go right to GoDaddy. So in GoDaddy, the process is as follows. By the way, all of this is also included in the accompanying blog post. I've got links to the help articles from GoDaddy, SiteGround, and BlueHost for how to get to their one-click installs. But I'm going to walk you through that in this video right now. So the first thing you do, if you're not on this screen, you would click My Products, and that would put you on this screen. And right over here on the left, we have a hosting link. So you click on Hosting, and that brings you to GoDaddy's hosting page. From here, you just pick whichever domain you're interested in managing, and then you click on Manage Account. That takes you to this page where you would click on Your Applications. When you click that, GoDaddy shows you a list of the applications that you currently have installed. That's here under My Applications. And it gives you the choice of installing a whole bunch of platforms, actually. In fact, if you click Blogs, you'll see that they have multiple options for blogging. Definitely recommend WordPress in this scenario because it's very easy to use and has a lot of widgets available, a lot of themes available, but certainly that doesn't take away from movable type or any of the other really great blogging platforms out there. It's just that WordPress is the standard right now for ease of use. It's also going to be updated to WordPress 3.0, and that promises a lot of new functionalities and ease of use as well. So from here, what would you do? Well, actually, one thing you could do is go down the list and learn more about these different applications. But for the one-click install, you can actually click on this to see all of your applications. And I've actually got WordPress installed already. If I didn't, I would have the option here to click and install this. Okay, but this is where you'd reach that screen. Like I said, I've got a link to the instructions for bringing you here and following through the entire installation process. So that's GoDaddy. Okay, so for SiteGround, the first thing we would do is from the main account area. If you're here and you click on when you enter your site, you'll want to click on My Account, and that will take you to a listing of the domains that you have with SiteGround. And we need to go here to the cPanel, so we'll click Go to the cPanel, and then we'll click to access our cPanel. We need to enter our password for the cPanel to get in, and once we do that, we'll get to a screen that lists a whole bunch of tools. The tool that we're interested in using is called Fantastico. So we just scroll down, and here it is, Fantastico Deluxe. When you click on this, that'll give you the option on the left-hand side here to install all kinds of applications. So among them, of course, is WordPress. When you click on that, it'll give you the option to install WordPress, and click on New Installation and follow along with the instructions that come after that. SiteGround actually has a very nice video that walks you through this process. I've included a link to that in the blog post. Okay, so that's SiteGround. And BlueHost is another very popular hosting service, and it's pretty simple. When you log into BlueHost, you go to your cPanel tab, and again, these guys have made it so easy that all you have to do is scroll down, click on this WordPress link, and give it a minute to redirect, and there it is. All you have to do is click install. So that's probably the simplest installation of any of the services, because all you have to do is find the WordPress icon and click install. So that's it. That's exactly how you would access the one-click install on these three very popular hosts. But you're certainly not limited to these three. They just happen to be very popular, inexpensive, and easy to use.